27 Shocking still, final conclusion and summary, why is Jesus God? A powerful logical shock final conclusion and summary step of evidence added updated P-H-E, probability increase belief change factor, initial prior probability 0.01%, add E1, E2, empty tomb, appearances, 3.74% plus 3.73% times 374 add E3, disciples transformation and martyrdom, 97.4% plus 93.66% times 26. Add E4, unique self-claims of Jesus, 99.86% plus 2.46% times 1.025 final probability is almost equal to 99.9% total plus 99.85% total times 9,986 analytical interpretation cumulative power of evidence. These four pieces of evidence form an unparalleled chain of reasoning. Even starting from an extremely skeptical position, assuming the resurrection is virtually impossible, 0.01%, a rational evaluation of the evidence raises the probability of the hypothesis H, Jesus rose from the dead, therefore he is God, to 99.9%, the decisive evidence. The disciples' transformation and martyrdom, E3, is the most devastating piece of evidence against naturalistic explanations. People may die for what they believe to be true, but no one dies willingly for something they know to be a lie. Collapse of competing hypotheses. Mathematically, this calculation shows that any naturalistic theory, H, attempting to explain all the evidence has an extremely low combined probability, less than 0.2%. Accepting the resurrection is far more reasonable than believing a convoluted scenario involving body theft, mass hallucinations, collective fraud and martyrdom, and misunderstood self-claims of Jesus. The thinking model, while the exact probability values are subjective, the logical relationships are objective. A skeptic might assign higher values to P, E, H, but even then, as long as they reason consistently, the posterior probability P, H, E, will remain overwhelmingly high. This demonstrates the extraordinary resilience of the historical rationality of Christian faith. Final word: this Bayesian framework makes it clear, believing in the resurrection of Jesus is not blind, irrational faith. Rather, after weighing all available explanations, it is a historically and probabilistically highly reasonable conclusion. Jesus is God.